Hello, and welcome back to All Systems Go. I am Abby. I'm the game master for Tales from the Loop, which is the system we're playing today. And we have the same three players as always.
Same
Still on probation.
beautiful.
Best intro yet. I feel like such a part of the group now.
Yeah.
These
Yeah, wow. Are you
shorts.
getting tired of us,
Well,
Abby?
I was rewatching last episode, and you guys said you were on probation or something. So
It feels like it, especially now.
I thought I'd roleplay that.
She's like,
Well, who
and
cares
now
about the
it's real,
actual
and now
game?
it's real.
Let's roleplay our tense group dynamic. Where's my quarterly review?
Who are you voting off the island? Survivor.
Survivor style. Yeah. I don't know. I can give a recap, or if one of you wants to, that might be entertaining.
Sure, yeah. Let's see. So we'd just been thoroughly stressed out by a variety of personal scenes, and then Theo went home and found his mom had not eaten her breakfast or taken her work stuff, which was very strange. And then Emmy tried to I guess we failed a test first, actually. I think.
You failed the test.
You failed the test.
Theo failed the
passed it with
test.
flying colors.
Borje is my star pupil.
And Emmy failed to take the test for me effectively, I think. But anyways, this is all water under the bridge for Theo. He doesn't actually care. But his mother seemed to be missing, and with the help of Emmy, they found nothing in the house, which was also strange. And then she was still gone the next morning, and the only clue seemed to be a highway. If Volholmen, I wrote it down somewhere. Von
Von
Tolman.
Tolman. Yeah, that's right.
Von Tolman.
Good job.
So they took the tractor over to Von Tolman and found a Swedish meatball crock pot of unusual size. Or ramekin cup, however you want to look at it.
A ramekin, Sean, a ramekin.
And near that ramekin was a swarm of adults, including Theo's mother, who had all been attracted there somehow, some mysterious way. And then we snuck on over to where the strange pipes were heading out of that ramekin cup of unusual size. And we found a sphere that was guarded by an incredibly distressing robot named Isaac.
And one of us did not warn the other that was walking out there to not walk out there.
Well, one of us had forbidden knowledge
What if you
and
had a
did
vision from the
suggest
future?
investigating from afar, but was quickly turned down. So I am not culpable in any way. The distressing robot turned out to be fairly nice, luckily, but we still quickly made our leave, and then made our way home because all of us had become severely distraught throughout this entire process. Had some group sessions to calm down, and then the next day we tried to find the service engineer whose name was luckily sticky noted right on that sphere, like broad daylight. Someone overlooked that that key piece of information they should have gotten rid of, probably. They were not super helpful though. What was his name? Michael Weirson.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Weirson, poor guy, had been electrocuted on the job and was kind of switching back and forth between child and adult. But he mentioned plums, picking plums from the headmaster's house.
Yeah.
And somehow that's connected to the tunnels. This is a horrible, horrible recap.
No, this is
sorry.
great. This is better than I could do. So.
And the tunnels are filled with two robots, one big, one small.
Mhm.
Very scary.
Yep.
Isaac told us to be careful.
Mhm.
But the tunnels seem to be the only lead
But
we
we're
have
going in anyway.
on the meatball soup ramekin.
You forgot the most horrifying part, Sean.
Yeah,
We
sure,
returned
forgot.
back to
He
the
Oh,
blocks
I
it out.
did.
He
and
blocks
everyone
it
was
out.
dancing around a person sitting on a
Not
throne, and
even
they were all
dancing.
naked.
They were on all fours or like hunched over.
Yeah.
Being commanded by someone in a
circling
throne.
around somebody in a throne.
Yeah.
Theo's mom is one of those naked people,
Mhm.
and
She is,
also
indeed.
Naked adults.
also the girl
Mason.
that Borje has a crush on, Mason, is one of those naked people.
Is
She just
on
showed
her
up.
way
She's
over.
on her way over. Yeah.
She's in the middle of potentially.
She
being one
seems
of the naked
enthralled,
people.
correct?
Yeah. She does.
Yeah.
So she showed
Which
up.
ruined our disguise of me being on Borge's shoulders as an adult. And going incognito. But, good thing we avoided that. So I think we were like, we're going to go see Isaac or something like that.
I think the last important piece of information was that you tricked Isaac into thinking that you were working for Lena. Just so you remember.
Yes, we did trick Isaac.
Right, so you're there at the Swedish meatball crockpot with all these naked adults, and you see Mason kind of like wandering somewhat aimlessly towards this cylinder, and you all are just kind of standing like on the edge of the forest with Borje and Emmy on your shoulders in one big trench coat.
It was a beautiful plan. Since I'm still on top of Borge's shoulders, I like kick him and I'm like, Borje, look, isn't that? And she points over to the girl,
Mason.
and she's like, isn't that
Mason?
Margot. I was like, Margot? Mason.
Margot.
No.
Mason?
Yeah.
Isn't that Mason?
Oh shucks, Emmy, that's Mason. Wait, had we left here? Like, were we at Isaac, or were we going there? I just remember we covered Theo's eyes and ran him out of the way.
Theo's still not looking.
Theo's not looking. But
yeah.
You said you were going back to the sphere, and then I described this, so you can do stuff here.
Okay. Well, if Mason's not there yet, we'll stroll up to her.
Mm-hmm.
With Emmy still on your shoulders.
Yeah, we're still in adult disguise.
Please let me still be on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Stroll up.
Does she acknowledge us? Or is she like, wow, these clothes are so restricting?
Are you hiding yourself, or am I the only?
Yeah, you're the
person
face of this
visible?
party.
Okay. Hey there, young lady.
No, so she. I mean, is it just
Haven't
Emmy's?
seen you around here before.
I mean, it's an 8-foot tall person in a normal
with
sized
two
trench
faces?
coat.
Or just
No,
one face?
I'm inside,
Okay.
ready to pop out if need be.
Okay.
But
So,
I mean,
yeah,
it's just...
you walk up and Emmy's face is up there, and she like looks up at this very tall person. She's like, "Oh, hi, Emmy," and she's like still walking towards this cylinder. Like, what are you doing here? Kind of a weird place for you to be.
I'm not Emmy. I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, shh, Mason, what are you doing here? Where are you going?
Oh,
Forget about me.
I'm here to check out that pillar.
But why?
It's because it's interesting.
But where are your clothes?
She's still clothed.
She's still close.
Okay.
Luckily.
Borje will pop his face out of the chest. Oh, Mason, I don't think you should go over there. There's a big problem over there. There's some people in there running around in a circle. Oh, it's not very nice over there.
What?
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
Seems fine.
No, I don't think you should go over there. Theo's mom, she's over there. She's. What are they, hunched over?
Yeah.
She don't look too well over there.
She must be eating something bad. They're all naked. Oh, I'm like, Mason, why? Why are you going over there? Look, they're all naked and they obviously are not in the right state of
What
mind.
do you mean, why am I going over there? It's interesting. These people are interesting, and I want to spend time with them. See what's up.
I think Emmy's just like, why?
Did she have something about Lena, or was she just in the house where we found information about Lena?
She's in Gunnar Granite's house, and he loved Lena, but she didn't. So there were like pictures of Lena in the house, but she's not related.
Mason wasn't related. Okay.
I love how Mason has like the perfect argument that Emmy like is unable to respond to. Emmy's just like, but danger, bad. She's
still walking, headed that way.
We can't like grab her hoodie.
Oh, well, that would be nice.
I'm 8 feet tall. And Borje would have to grab her hoodie.
If she is unswayable, I guess we let her go.
I mean, does she seem like she's under the sway of the thing?
Can I
roll empathize, Theo?
Yeah, I knew that was coming. Can I get a bonus because we know her?
Sure.
We know what she should be acting like.
One bonus die.
We're colleagues of a sort.
Oh.
Okay. It's hard to tell, but I mean, I think she's been walking towards the thing, and at this point, like, she can see what's going on, and she does not seem unswayed by that. Whatever. I mean, like, it seems pretty weird. But
yeah, why would she just keep walking towards this
yeah.
thing in broad daylight?
It's terrifying.
Okay, Theo tackles her to the ground with his eyes closed.
Perfect.
And is like, Mason, no!
Roll force.
Wait.
A reroll.
Yeah, I'm gonna check a luck. Ugh,
oh
it
no!
didn't work.
Classic this game. 12 dice.
It's because you have your eyes closed. You can't tackle very effectively.
Yeah. So you see Theo run from behind where you were coming from and tackle thin air as Mason continues walking.
I imagine he's like squinting, like his eyes are like just the tiniest bit open so he can't really see, and then but at the last moment he closes them fully, and just like misses her by a good foot. Tumbles to the ground.
And he makes kind of a loud noise, and nobody in the clearing or her seem to be really concerned.
Great.
Get her!
I think the best way to help her is probably to shut this thing down. What are we going to do? Handcuff her to a car so that she can't get close to it?
Yeah!
She'll probably end up ripping her arm off.
What if, can we watch Mason as, like, how close is she, like, I'm curious what happens when she gets close enough to the pillar?
Sure, yeah, you can just observe.
Like, investigate from afar.
Sure, we'll investigate.
And that's like, we're just observing this strange occurrence. Well, 1 success.
Nice. You get questions, right?
Uh-huh. These questions.
You don't have them memorized by now?
I mean, no, I'm laughing at how they're applicable.
What does it mean, Abby?
What does it mean? I'm very tempted
for
what does it mean? Or I guess like in the sense that like what has happened here, like what happens when she gets close,
I guess you're
like
just
watching. The sequence of events.
Yeah. So she approaches this cylinder and kind of like looks at it and walks around and starts like talking to some of these other adults that are around.
Pre-naked or post-naked?
Pre-naked.
Okay. Emmy's taking notes.
Yeah.
of the top line. Subject has not taken off clothes. Got it.
And she
Seems-
seems like she's looking for you guys, but you've hidden like behind trees and stuff. But she seems like a little skittish, and then she proceeds to forget. Like she starts looking for you in the trees, and then as she like gets more and more involved in this conversation, and like maybe she gives something to the person in the throne, like puts something in their pile, and then like seems like she's just integrating herself into this horrific society. But she's
Subject has
still
integrated
clothed.
herself into society. But she is still clothed.
For the time
She's
being.
16.
Is she
God, I
doing
only
the
have 2 more
weird
years.
Is she doing the weird walk?
No.
Okay. But she seems to totally be in the zone.
Yeah.
Oh, it just gets more and more terrifying as time goes on.
As you watch her kind of just like hanging out, you also see like 4 of the adults start like grunting at each other, and then just start punching and like ripping at each other, and like getting this huge fight. And there's like, I mean, it's bad. There's blood that you can see splatter, and like the ones that come out of it are like scratched to hell and back, and it's
So we're like stimulating the primitive brain here. Great, got it.
This looks more and more fine with every new detail.
We're all like, great, okay. Let's go see Isaac, who is now suddenly the nicest part of this mystery.
Ugh.
Why did we even want to see Isaac? What are we going to get out of Isaac?
What did we want to get out of Isaac?
We want to go into the tunnels, and there's the meatball that
The
somehow
sphere.
connected to the ramekin.
I don't remember
Yeah.
why we wanted Isaac.
But Isaac can't help, like, is sworn to
Isaac
I think,
works for
guard
Lena.
the sphere.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks we work for Lena, so we could just get information out of Isaac about, like, the people. And Abby, you said Lena looked like she was also having to take orders from this king person, or like...
yeah, I think maybe Lena is one of the people that gets in this fight and wins.
God,
But she's
Lena-
also naked and like
Lena would be into blood sports. Somewhere Echo is like, yeah!
I know, I was going to say, you're one to talk.
I don't know. We don't have to go to Isaac, or we could go find the tunnels by the headmaster's house.
They told us where to get to the tunnels, right?
yeah, he gave you instructions.
Yeah, it was like left at the bush.
Mm-hmm.
Isaac knew that there were robots in the tunnels.
Yeah. There's a
What
black
if
one
we
and a white one and a
convince
small one and a
Isaac
big
to
one.
help us by saying he can sell all of the robots scrap parts if he helps us destroy them?
Or
I
we say
don't-
that Lena's in trouble.
He was scared of the other robots. I don't think he would want to go fight them.
He is a gentleman robot.
He's also horrifying, so if he's scared of them, what are they?
I don't know. We can go to the tunnels and find out.
I am a big fan of that.
Looks like we're going straight into danger. Let's
right.
do it.
Yep.
We got an electric spooker. I ain't
Yeah.
scared.
Let's go do the dangerous part before we have any conditions.
Okay,
Because
great.
if we keep racking
Yeah,
up conditions,
that's
it's only
true.
going to get
Good
harder.
point. Good point.
So somebody needs to make a comprehend roll to follow these directions that you were given by the crazy man.
Well, that's not me or Theo.
I will try, and I will cross-reference these directions with my encyclopedia, which has like local knowledge of like, you know, schoolhouses and
Of
you know
course
all
it
that
does.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because I've annotated it in plums. Where do plums grow in the vicinity? How about that? Genuses of regional plums.
I feel like it's not a real plum. because it electrocuted him when he picked it.
Oh my god!
It's only 9 dice.
Okay. Emmy takes a deep breath and she says, "This never happened." Rerolls for
Oh,
one
God.
success.
Okay.
Just one. Oh my
Emmy's
God.
like cross-referencing. You see her frantically flipping through her encyclopedia. Just like the math brain meme.
Yeah, like formulas are scrolling through my mind.
Like, I got it. And she takes off into the woods, and you both follow.
She gives Borje a little like giddy up, and then he trots off into the woods with her on his shoulders.
Because we did coordinate planes, so you're really good at
Yeah, you just give me down to like the lat lawn. You give me like 8 decimal places, and I'm like, got it.
Perfect.
Straight there.
And Emmy, you take off, and you're following these directions, and at some point you reach like a country road intersection. And you're like, this is where it should be, and you can see that the country road, one of the roads in the intersection is Plum Street.
Got it.
It's the other Headmaster Street.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is it
Great.
actually?
No.
Oh.
I mean,
I
it could
guess
be.
so.
I just made up Plum Street. But...
Oh, I love it.
Okay. And she's like, "This is it, boys."
Yeah. But you're
Is there
you're on an
obvious
intersection
tunnel?
of like you're
Right,
maybe
yeah.
at a T intersection and like
There's
this is
no,
Plum
like,
Street
service
and some
tunnel?
other, and you don't see anything. You don't see anything.
Great. We're gonna have to explore.
Can I lead an investigation of this place?
Sure.
Okay.
What do you
like,
say to inspire Emmy investigating?
Well, it's more of like a I don't know. Either physically like lift her up so she can see, or
I love it.
or I don't know. Point out that she's actually at a small decimal place too much to the left or to the east, so she has to go in that something like that. I just want to
Okay.
roll lead,
Yeah.
Abby.
Roll.
Just let me roll lead, please.
2 successes.
Whoa.
That's good.
4 extra dice.
4 dice.
Okay, what am I doing? I'm investigating.
Investigating.
With full dice. Come to mama.
Nice.
1 success.
Yeah.
Thanks, Logan.
So Borje lifts you up so you can see this entire intersection. And he kind of points you in the direction that you're off by a little bit. And you can see from your vantage point, there's like a patch of grass that looks too green. Like separate from the other grass that's kind of
Fake grass.
browning in the beginning of autumn, dying for winter. So you're like, put me down, and you get put down and you run over and you like can lift up this little piece of like turf basically. And you see this little like service hatch sitting underneath it.
Perfect. Great.
Into the tunnels we go.
Into the tunnels we go. That count as my question?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically
perfect.
like a manhole covering this little hatch.
Who wants to go first?
Theo does. Theo's gonna sneak.
If you die down there, you don't have to go to boarding school.
Yeah. What do I care?
I think somebody needs to also open this manhole cover.
Two. I'll force it open.
Nice.
Two
With one
successes.
hand, Borje comes out.
I guess I spit in the other one, so I was like, well, I don't want to touch it with that, so I just used the one hand.
You get a bonus effect. You can impress, frighten, or humiliate. You can pin your opponent. You can take something from your opponent. Your opponent is knocked unconscious.
I don't need to roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the
Perfect.
future.
Love it. That's good.
Because I throw it into a ditch, so it's not there anymore.
You avoid any collateral damage.
Nope, we can take that collateral. That's fine.
All right. And then Theo's sneaking ahead.
We sneak by light of
3
electric
successes?
spooker.
Whoa.
I give it
Whoa.
to everyone.
Yeah, that's
Or-
great.
Oh my god.
Yes!
Or does anyone want to roll and we could try and find something unexpected? That'd
Can
be the
I
only
try
other
to
thing.
roll, and then if I fail, he gives me a success?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I have 4, so I
Nice.
might as well. I'm not very sneaky. Nope.
Okay, never mind.
Thanks.
I just give everyone sneak.
Okay. You're sneaking ahead. And this tunnel that you enter, you kind of go down this ladder that's kind of built into the chute that goes down. And then you enter a like roughly hewn stone tunnel that's very, very dark, not lit at all. You can hear kind of as you I think the tunnel goes both ways, so I don't know how you're going to know which way to go.
We can't listen? Like, I don't
You
hear
could
anything?
listen.
Is
Sure.
there a direction of
Or
the
does
tunnel?
Emmy hear something, maybe?
Does one of the directions lead back toward the cylinder that we can tell?
Roll just a d6. And evens will be yes, and odds will be no.
Why are you rolling D6? Perfect.
Good job, Sarah. Yeah, so you all know, you've oriented yourself. You know that the sphere is like the way back from where you came, and you know which way the tunnel is headed that way.
Okay, we go down that one.
All right.
I think Theo probably has like a little like pen light type thing
Mhm.
from his thieves his
His
homemade
thieves'
lockpick.
tools?
His thieves tools. I didn't say his thievery.
Check one load for that.
Fine
Uh,
lockpicks.
Oh yeah, so I think
I would like to
he's
use a
maybe got
lantern.
a little tiny light that he's kind of he's trying not to use too much because of course they're being sneaky, but
Yep.
if he's worried about something, he can check it out.
Okay.
So he's kind of like
Um,
sweeping in the lead as he's helping everyone get through.
As you're kind of looking down this tunnel, you can see, I mean, the tunnel looks very similar all the way down. There's some areas where there'll be like a breaker box kind of thing built into the side. And if you go and like, it's pretty easy to open up, and you go and open it up and you see similar wires to what you saw plugged in to both the cylinder and the sphere. So much geometry.
Are there switches in the boxes?
It's the ramekin
I
and the meatball, Abby.
don't think so. Let me
I feel like I was gonna say I feel like we should just turn it off if we're right there.
Well, I was gonna say, do they go up or do they just like? I'm wondering, is someone like hacking into the loop's energy, or do all of these go up to the surface? These are the questions we must answer.
That's only one of the many questions we want answered.
I don't know if I want an answer for the nudity.
All
I just
right.
want that to
I
stop.
do.
No, the little breaker boxes don't have switches. You can just see wires. Maybe it's less so of a breaker box, right? And more so of just like the wires come out of the wall here, and then you can see them go up, like connect up to something up top. But this is just where they come into the service tunnel, so they're accessible.
But there's like more than one box. They're periodic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As you kind of continue down the way, you may be going for 5 minutes, and you start to hear like a scratching sound come from in front of you, like a light scratching.
Go
Like
get
that.
it, Theo.
We're all like, I don't like that.
I mean, I'm still sneaking, so I think I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, yeah, you keep going, and your light passes over some like 2 little like light reflecting dots back, and you see like a rat skitter across the tunnel in front of you, and You continue on your way.
Don't like it.
That's fine.
Then the rat is grabbed by
This
a
is the
robot.
first time we've seen a rat, though.
Yeah.
You know what? This will come in handy when we need a box of rats.
Let's start collecting them now.
Classic. Yeah.
Classic trick.
Theo, you continue down the way, and you can see, kind of like, aside from your light, another light, kind of a bluish tint, kind of down the way in front of you, and you can see it, like, flickering on the wall of the tunnel in front of you.
Okay, I definitely switch off my light then.
Okay. As you approach, you can hear some crackling as well, and you can see one of these breaker boxes, like one of the wires has come loose, and there's a live wire going across the tunnel and like cracking with electricity on the other side.
Well, you think you're the only one with electricity? I pull out the electric spooker.
Electric spooking!
I'll fight electricity with electricity. It like overloads the battery and explodes us. No. Okay. Is this an obstacle we must overcome?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do have big rubber gloves from the electric
You do,
spooker.
yeah.
Could I just calculate or tinker on the box and like shut it off or something like that?
You could try. I think it's gonna be kind of hard to do. Maybe a 2 difficulty.
Is he gonna say that, or just could I force it out the way?
Yeah, you could. If with
the
your rubber
immediate
gloves,
way?
you could just like move it really quick so that there's at least a way to get across.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, is there any apparatus we could make to like poke it out the way?
You
could just
charge.
This way, dude. Charge up the electric spooker, and then it'll run out of electricity, and then we can just walk over it.
Use it as a mobile charging station. Okay, so I think I'll try and just bump it out the way real fast with my rubber gloves. And can I count? I guess that's force.
Yeah, probably force.
And then can we say I'm like using the electric spooker?
Or you can use force or move, whichever you want.
They are exactly the same.
Okay.
Can I get a bonus die from the electric spooker?
Is it just a +1 item?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You don't want to give me +3?
No, if it was more, I kind of remember if it was more. It was just going to be the +1, regardless.
Yeah, that's fine. 2 successes. Okay. Yeah. What do we think? Avoid collateral damage or not have to overcome again?
Not have to overcome. So if we have to run away, we don't have to encounter it again.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we can use it.
I know. I was thinking about that,
trap.
like
Set up
driving.
a booby trap,
Driving the robots into it.
Maybe we'll come back to that thought. Okay, so we'll make sure we don't have to deal with it in the future.
Yeah. We'll just
But
flash back
someone
to
else
this moment
might.
if we need to.
Yeah. Can I do a 1 stress flashback, please?
All right.
Get rid of that wire.
Yeah.
I think Theo snaps his rubber gloves, even though those big gloves don't snap. He finds a way, and then he just he's been practicing with the electric spooker, so he's not even really worried about electricity anymore. He just kind of like grabs it real fast, lifts it up, and throws it to the edge.
Yeah,
of
and like
the
kink
hallway.
it maybe so that it won't like just flop back.
Snake back, yeah, whichever way. I guess maybe he tries to. I don't know if there's like something he can almost hook it on, but okay.
Is that what the
And then
blue light
he
was
moves
coming
to the
from?
other side of the tunnel and is like, "Stay on this side."
And that blue light, I mean, it's still crackling with electricity. It's just out of the way now, so you can walk by it. No problem.
Lovely.
At this
This is going
point,
well.
yeah, you continue down this tunnel, and you've been traveling for like 15 minutes or something.
Yeah,
It's kind
this
of
is
a
a big
far way.
tunnel.
Yeah. And you can hear.
Have we seen any other access points?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You can hear
We're
like
stuck in the tunnel.
rumbling vibration kind of sound starting to come from like below you in the tunnels now.
And those wires were vibrating, the ones that were going into the ground, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good thought.
And
Close.
as you approach the end of this tunnel, need to get the location. So you start approaching this room, and there's like an actual door that goes into this room. And you can tell that it's different than the rest because there's little like blue LEDs that are built into the tunnel as you start approaching this area. I guess your tunnel dead ends at this door. Based on this map. So
Great.
I guess
we
we
still
go
haven't
in.
met
I
those
guess
robots.
we gotta go into the door.
Is it
Do we hear
locked?
anything?
Is it like a normal door, or is it like a...
the door does not appear to be locked. And you don't hear anything if you listen at the door.
Is it like a doorknob door, or like a lift and it goes up door?
The doorknob door.
I guess we go in.
I guess we go in.
Borge will take the
Theo
lead.
has the electric spooker ready.
Okay.
And he's got her encyclopedia like out, ready to whap.
Borge-
As a weapon, just in
Borge still
case.
has spit on this hand, and he's ready to throw down. If need
Okay.
be.
Are you opening this door quietly, or are you just forcing it open?
I think they're just gonna open it casually.
Casually. Okay.
Casually, as if we
Because
belong
Borge
here.
would never
Yeah.
do anything wrong.
All right. You turn the knob, and you push the door, and it swings open, and you can see inside this room. Let's see, you're entering from here. So you see some nice screens to the left. It's like a large rectangular room that's longer on the way in. So you see some screens on the left. You see some control stations like scattered throughout the room. And then you see 3 other doors that exit. And then some little alcoves on the right side, like opposite the screen.
3 other
The
doors.
screens like computer screens?
Yeah.
In a dish, so one of those is an exit, or...
Yeah, so there's 2 doors on the... I guess there's a door on the left and then like a rough tunnel that doesn't have a door. It just enters this room. And then on the far wall from where you are, there's another door as well.
Is there
We
anything
don't
on the
see anyone.
screens? Or I guess other robots in the room?
Roll investigate.
Okay.
Emmy, do you see anything
Emmy.
on the screens?
Emmy scurries forward, eagerly looking at all these screens. Oh my god, what is my day today?
So you look at these screens. Do you go in the room to look at them, or are you staying outside?
Gosh, now I feel like this is
I think we go in.
I think
Yeah,
we go
I think
in.
But
Borge
I
would
think
go in
me
first.
and I think Theo and Borje are first.
Okay. So you go in, you're checking out these screens. They don't look like they're connected to anything. Like they have power, but maybe they say like
No
no
signal.
signal detected.
Blue screen of death.
Yeah. So the screens don't seem very helpful. And Emmy, you're going into this room. I'll show you this room really quick. Adjust it. All right. Roll 20. Show to play. So here's this room.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, some yin and yang.
Yep.
Oh.
And as you're looking
Oh
at the
my
screens
gosh.
opposite of them, you hear a kind of whirring sound come from behind you. And these two adorable little robots are sitting in alcoves.
Oh, they are cute.
Yeah, I know, they're really cute.
Oh my gosh,
Oh.
that's nothing like Isaac.
Yeah, Isaac is way scarier.
And this white one raises one of its hands, and you can see it has like a very large drill bit attached, and that starts turning at a alarming speed and whirring.
So wait, this little black box is a robot?
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
this little
gosh.
black robot box, you see a series of red LED lights light up along its body as it kind
It's
of
a
like
little angry face.
Roombas out of there. And on its front, there's a little hatch, and this hatch opens up, and this little stick comes out of this hatch, and then lights up with electricity. At the
Oh
It's
end.
like
my
a bad
God.
R2D2.
Sean,
Oh
this
my
is like
gosh.
this is like your
My time
role
has
model.
come.
He has an electric spooker. He's a trash compactor.
You're not wrong.
He's my nemesis now.
and you know, the other one is like a surgeon with that drill bit. Oh.
Yeah. And this is going to be considered extended trouble.
Oh no!
Oh, really?
So get ready.
I'm
You're-
not ready.
Your threat level is 9.
What? Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
What would you all like to do?
Cry?
I feel like you guys should go first because I've been rolling terrible.
Do you think they can be
Terrible
communicated with? Can I charm the robots?
Can I communicate with them?
Oh my gosh. 3 successes? That's gonna be...
Each, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
each.
So the threat level is 9. To recap, that means that you have to get at least 5 successes to get any win at all, and then a 9 would be a total success.
And we can take conditions to...
You can take conditions after you've hit 5 to increase, but you have to at least get 5.
Got it.
Well, would I be allowed to charm Abby? Did they seem amenable
You
to
charmed
speaking?
Isaac.
Let's see.
But,
Yeah, but
Isaac
Isaac had at least had a
specifically
head.
said they're not as nice as...
It depends on how you would charm them, but I think it's questionable.
Pretend to be
I-
a robot.
Was going to do something along the lines of like, essentially the same thing as with Isaac. Like we work for Lena.
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah, you can try that.
Because did Isaac tell us that they also worked for Lena?
Yeah, Lena put them there.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm not technically going to be lying. But I'll
You
say
pulled
something.
out a secret picture of Lena that you had this whole time.
You work
Not
for
look.
Lena.
I mean, say something like, Lena is in trouble. And she needs our help.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac is unable to help her. So we are going to... We think that you are better than Isaac. So you could help her.
Okay.
Really, I'm just going to be talking to them to keep them
distract. Yeah,
occupied.
okay.
If they fall for it, that's great. But
Okay.
otherwise, just waiting for them to be electric spooked.
Okay. Theo, are you electric spooking?
I'm electric spooking. Can I sneak around the back and try and, if they're distracted, try and,
Yeah.
jab,
sure.
jab? I can do a double jab. I think I have
Ooh.
2.
It has prongs, so just separate them. And then
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it was 2 prods, right? I think that's what we decided on. I can't remember.
Yep. But they both have to be touching the same
Yeah,
thing for it
it's
to
2
work.
because they're both.
Oh, for the
Mhm.
way the current works. Whatever.
I-
Didn't take any engineering class.
Engineering.
That's fine. Just
Science.
put them in a puddle of water and then touch each of them.
You do see, as you mentioned, water. There is like metal mesh kind of in this room for some reason, and there's water underneath it. So you could do
What?
something with
What
that
the
too if
heck
you
is
wanted, but
this room?
I
It's really
electrify
weird.
the water that no one's touching.
the floor is a mesh of rusty metal now in bad condition. Several meters below, the groundwater flows with a loud roar. It smells bad.
So there is a stinky pipe, but
Yeah.
it's just the whole room this time.
Must always be a stinky pipe. I could either investigate or calculate.
Read to them
Whatever
from
we
your
think.
encyclopedia, and they'll get so
I-
bored they'll jump into the water.
Will probably push myself with or use my pride, but yeah, I feel like I'll do. I don't know which one you think is more appropriate, but be like point like the critical spot out to Theo. Like Borge is in the front talking to them, and I feel like I'm like taking a minute to be like Theo,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of a thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you want to roll. Let's do
I think I have to get
calculate is good.
Okay.
Calculate's good.
Yeah.
To note, if you use your pride, that is an auto success, but that only counts as one success towards the 9.
okay.
But
Do you
if
still roll? Or
Yeah, you roll, and
So I
then if
would
you
roll?
fail, you can use your pride. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do Borge's charm roll first.
can I decide if I want to use my pride after I roll?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
That's how it is.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Remember, we have to get to at least 5.
You can do it.
You wanna
High
re-roll?
roller.
Oh yeah, I'll re-roll. I'll spend my luck to re-roll.
Hey, good
Yeah,
job.
woo,
That's good.
2
Okay,
successes.
and then can I
Okay.
spend my pride because I just want to help people? And technically, I was telling
No,
them
you
that I
already
wanted to
got
help
2
Lena.
successes. It doesn't count as an additional. It just auto succeeds your roll.
Oh, that's so much worse.
Yeah.
Can't just
That is
yeah.
so
It's
much
not.
worse.
I think extended trouble is designed so that you can't just pride your way out of it. Other rolls you usually can, but
But we need help.
We've never not had an outright success. This can't be our
Okay.
first time.
Emmy, you are looking at these robots. Which one?
We
do you
did have
wanna,
an outright
Which
success
one do you
on
want to
her.
find the weak point on?
We've
I
only
feel
had
like Drill Boy
Drill boy. Okay.
because he seems like the most easily understood from the outside.
Yep.
the
Meanwhile, I
cube.
can run away from a little Roomba. Electric Roomba.
It says he
Yeah,
makes a
electric
hissing
scooter
sound
Roomba.
as he moves too, so it's just a hiss. He's like
Oh God.
with his little electric speaker.
What is he, hydraulic?
One success.
Oh.
Do
Okay.
you want me to re-roll?
100%.
Okay.
I mean, you can just re-roll and then check your pride if it's a 0. So you can only go up.
Okay. So back to 1. You're using your
Sean,
pride.
why did you?
Why would you even say that out loud, Sean?
Why would you say that out loud?
Why did it
Okay,
not re-roll
yes.
the amount, the correct amount?
Oh, yeah, you get 1 more die. Not that, I
Not
mean, I don't think it
it'll
matters that
change
much.
much.
But
Thanks, guys. All
That's
right.
weird.
Yeah, why did it do that?
I feel like reroll says
Yours
that it
is
knows what it's
missing
doing.
one too.
Yeah,
Oh.
I feel like reroll doesn't actually follow the.
Oh,
right
mine is missing
rules.
one.
yeah, it doesn't know. It
has
doesn't.
been working.
I don't know. I've been suspicious of
Okay,
this
Logan,
reroll button.
You, oh, no.
Mine worked, or Theo's worked for for
Sarah,
Bruce.
what's your extra d6?
Okay, let me see.
Okay, Theo, you only need to get 6 successes.
3. Okay, so it
Helpful.
didn't. Okay, perfect. So you
At
are gonna
least 2.
expend your pride, which is I'm not scared of anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm getting up to worrying drill man.
You're like up there, like trying to inspect him as you're almost getting
Like,
drilled
hold
in the
still
face.
for just a second. I have never seen circuitry like this before.
Just sit down on the little cube and be like, let's take a look at
I
this.
can't. He's
Yeah, you
got
sit
a
down on the
sparkle
opposite
spark on the top.
You sit on the opposite side of the Sparky Spark.
Okay, yeah.
What?
I can't get Theo just turns in a circle.
That's why I rolled so poorly. I'm just turning on this like lazy Susan. Oh wait, I can't see. Hold on.
What does Emmy find as the weak point on this white robot?
I feel like, I mean, it probably has like some casing that is cracked or,
Mhm.
like, and so you can see that there's like corroded circuits behind it. And so I'm
Nice.
like, hit there
Yeah,
and
get in there.
it'll like blow the CPU.
Yep.
The
All
weakness
right.
of the white robot is the black robot. Really brings the pair down.
It's yin and yang for a reason. All right, and then Theo, take it away with your sneak.
I am sneaking with an electric spooker bonus.
How many successes do you need? 2.
At least 2. Up to 6.
Okay, I
Good
got
job.
2.
I believe in you.
Oh, so
Is
then we
it
just
worth
can spend...
trying to re-roll.
Oh.
No.
I mean,
No,
do we,
Probably
because we
not.
do we
can just take
trust the
conditions
reroll?
up to...
Yeah.
yeah,
9.
if you take 4 conditions between yourselves, then you can get up to the 9.
Borge is
Oh,
scared.
okay.
What's
Yeah,
the
that's
benefit
fair.
of getting up to 9?
You get a full success instead of partial success.
Okay,
Which just feels better.
Yep.
it does. We like success. Okay, I
Didn't you
think
say, though, if
Emmy.
you have to push yourself up, it's not the same as, like, if you get a natural full success?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Sean, why would you say that?
But I mean, it's close.
It's still better than nothing.
Yeah.
Than not. We have plenty
So
of conditions
Borge
to
is
spare.
scared. I feel like Emmy is maybe a little injured. She got close to the Sparky Spark when what's his name was spinning her around, so she's like a little injured / nauseous.
Yeah.
From just being like trying to.
She's
like,
dizzy.
She's like, what is happening? Like she couldn't get off of the little baby robot. So she could be injured, exhausted. I don't know what's best for that, but yeah.
Well, somebody has to take 2, so you can have both.
Yeah,
I'll take-
I'm gonna take
I'll-
2.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna take exhausted because I think Theo gets maybe the jump on the first one, and then he has to do electric spooker combat with the Roomba.
But I'm obviously helping you, Sean, because
Oh,
I'm
but
attached to
but
the back.
Emmy is on the Roomba, which is making it more difficult. Even though she thinks she's helping, she's like, "No,
Theo,
left, go
Theo,
left, go
here,
left."
hit it. How could you miss that? That was totally open.
Yeah. She says go left, but she's facing you, so she really means right, and it just messes everything up.
Yeah,
Stage
so her
left.
legs are like hanging where I want to strike it. So I
like,
can't get a
ugh.
hit in where I want. And then I think he's gonna be upset just with the whole situation, the fact that there was killer robots and his mom was just taken and is doing weird stuff, and Lena was involved somehow.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
The
maybe it
whole
makes
thing's a
sense that you
mess.
have the 2 with your mom.
Okay, perfect. I think thank you for reminding me about the pushing yourself thing. I think your your not full success will be that your electric spooker, like you finish this black one off and you like stick your electric spooker in there and it's still spinning and it torques your spooker and like it just snaps the wires that you've put together. You have no more electric spooker.
How could you take the electric spooker away from me? That is
Just
my
make
iconic.
another one.
You reminded her, Sean. It's your price to pay. Who would have thought the little black cube had a bunch of angular momentum? Just torque that little thing right out of your hand.
Oh
You've-
man, I'm gonna put
It's a
out
flawless
out
ice
of
skater.
commission
Out of
at the
commission, yes,
motion
yes,
at the
yes,
moment.
that's-
We'll just take him and make him into an armored electric spooker. Electric spookmobile.
A
Attack!
sentient electric
You sit
spookmobile.
inside of it and close it, and you can
It's
drive
a tank.
Emmy loves
turn it into
that
a drone.
idea. Okay, so Yeah, I feel like Abby just like quietly falls off of the black Roomba once it starts spinning, and she maybe is sick and is like, whoa.
Great.
It's okay. It
and-
all just goes into the water below.
It goes into
Yeah,
the
it
smelly
does.
water, and we're fine.
No problem. Just contaminate that groundwater. As these two
It's
robots
smelly.
It is smelly. As these two robots fall, we will take a quick 10-minute break and we'll come back and resolve this. We'll be back in a little bit. we're back. Got tea refill. We made Sarah sad. It's all good.
We're as quick as we always are.
Yeah. Sometimes 10 minutes are different for different people, and that's fine.
Yeah, 10 minutes. What is
Time
10
is
minutes
relative.
really?
Time
What
Time
is
is
time?
relative.
Yeah. Einstein once said, and then that is why we're not late. Okay.
He once said something. I mean, he did speak. All right.
Right.
We have taken care of these robots.
Yes.
This robot and this
Roomba.
other
Roomba.
Advanced Roomba. Death Roomba.
Yes. So you destroy these robots, and I think Borge, after you're still talking to these robots as they're falling, then they fall, and you're like, okay, I think I can stop trying to distract them. You look up,
Yes, yeah.
and you can see on the opposite wall from you, there's a green cable that is hot wired to one of the control stations, and it goes into like a hole that's been cut in the ceiling here.
Well, now that looks out of place.
It does.
Is there anything on that screen, or is it?
No, they're
just
the
as a
only
Control station,
screens.
it looks like.
Yeah, there's the control stations, and then the screens. There's 2 on the left, and then 1 on the right.
Can
And
I?
all 3 of those screens don't show anything.
Can
And we came in
I-
on the left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
Okay.
calculate or tinker to sort of like investigate this contraption?
Yeah, you can. I mean, what do you want to do? Are you trying to figure out what it's doing, or are you trying to shut it off?
I don't know if this is a 2-part. I want to know, 1, like, what is this room normally, but then 2, what do I think this green cable is?
Okay. So, do calculate.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Theo is mourning his electric spooker.
I'll re-roll.
Okay.
Do you have a
Oh.
reroll?
Well, I'll just mark a condition.
Oh yeah, you can't just mark it. Okay.
I am injured.
Okay,
somehow.
sure. Yes.
This makes sense because you're about to get electrocuted.
So you can
It's
tell
electric.
that the control room is probably just where like the gravitron provides energy to the entire area. And you also know that the graviton was powering Aran, however I said it before, the cylinder. So you can assume that this is like a control area for gravitron power for this area, and the service tunnels just access like the breaker points that split it out. The cable itself just seems to, I mean, it's just like it basically plugged in and then hot wired into this control system. And it doesn't look like it's supposed to be there, and it's like somebody's just forced it into this control system so they can pull power off of the gravitron without needing to actually be legit.
So we just need to unplug it.
Yeah. How do you
Doesn't
get
look
into
that simple. Oh. I think I hurt myself in the process of, I don't know, like investigating the thing. I like shocked myself or something.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Borge hurts himself in his confusion. Yeah, so you basically just need to unplug it, and I don't think you need to make a roll to unplug it if you do want to unplug it.
The way that
Bring
you
it
phrase that is,
down.
now do we not want to unplug it? What if
I
everyone
mean-
goes crazy?
I could try and investigate. It's gone well for us
Yeah.
before.
Well, okay, well, let's think about this. If we unplug it and everyone comes to upstairs, they're all naked in a forest. Some of them are bloody. That might be a little traumatizing. Do we want to
Yeah,
get your
but
mom out of that?
What
Before
are
we
we gonna
unplug it?
do? Yeah. I mean, how are we gonna stop them before that?
We just need to stop your mom. We don't care about anyone else.
Unless we want to figure out more about like that person that was playing King or whatever. I don't know. I don't think it's worth trying to get her out.
Emmy's like,
yoink,
pull the
unplug.
plug.
Okay, you unplug it. You hear kind of from above you a mechanical like shuttering sound, like something breaking. Kind of like, I mean, it's not that loud. It's pretty quiet, but you can hear it from above, and maybe the gravitron pulsing that you felt before. You can feel it kind of like surge and then reset itself a little bit.
Do we hear naked people screaming
No, you
in the
don't.
distance? Okay.
No naked screaming. All right.
Ooh, okay. Does anyone have a empty can? We could put it on the end of this and listen to it, and then
Oh my
the
gosh.
meatball cooker is a big empty can up there, so we'd be able to hear.
No, it's a big ramekin. Not the same. All right. Can we salvage these robots?
Yeah. I think the tough part is going to be getting them out of here. Because they are pretty heavy.
Or we're just going to get parts of them. We don't have to take the whole robot.
Why are we salvaging robots?
I don't know. It just sounds fun.
To sell
Granted,
the
I forgot that I have 2 different conditions. So.
Yep, same.
So I don't know if that's actually going to happen.
Or we just tell Isaac about them and say, oh, you can go pick them up. Isaac, we'll do you a favor if you'll do us a favor, kind of a thing.
Why would Isaac want their parts?
He
'Cause
sells
doesn't
them
he
on
sell-
the
Yeah,
sly
you don't
for
know
money.
that as the kids, though.
Oh, darn.
Oh, I guess we don't.
True.
Logan
Damn
doesn't
it.
know
Lame.
that.
Logan didn't even know that in real life. Okay.
Let's get out of here.
I mean, is there anything else we can get from this room? Also, where do all these tunnels go?
I don't think we want to just go investigate the loop. They're gonna get real mad.
Yeah,
We
but
did what
it's
we
not
were
like it
supposed
was
to.
easy to get here. You don't even know that.
We could go check.
Yeah, it's gonna take us like an hour.
I know, to go back through these tunnels. I feel like I'll do a quick investigate just to see where entryways lead. So
Okay.
if there's like a shortcut or if it's like we definitely have to go back the way
Yep.
we came.
Go for it.
Boom.
Nice. I don't think that there is a shortcut. Maybe, I mean, you can see kind of the rough tunnel that I described. It's the smaller one on that map. Looks like it's in construction, maybe. Like it's more rough and they haven't like added as much stone. It looks like it's recently been excavated. And then
Is it like somebody dug this tunnel themselves, or is it like?
No, I mean it looks like
pretty
machinery was used to.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other 2 I think are similar deal. Like you can see the LED lights and they go into this tunnel, but the service tunnel you came from didn't have an exit until like 20 minutes down the way. So it was pretty far away, and you don't know how far. I mean, you could try one of the other 2 if you want, but you can't tell if there is an exit.
Do I get one question?
Sure.
She says, not having a plan of how to use those questions.
I just want the question.
I just want the questions, damn it!
I just want to know I have the option. What does it mean?
What does it mean? How can I get into, out of, past something?
Oh, what threats can you perceive here?
What is hidden here? Yeah. Let's see. Does what threats can I perceive here? Can we do that one?
You think? I mean, it's weird that there's nobody working here, for one.
True.
Like that is pretty weird. But maybe it's just the service engineers that come by and like check everything, and it's pretty like casual.
One did go crazy.
Yeah. I think the biggest threat you can think of is like if another service engineer just showed up and you're just down here with 2 dead robots unplugging stuff.
I was gonna say, is there a little more we can do than just unplugging that wire? Because I'm worried someone will plug it back in and defeat the whole purpose.
Yeah, I
Ruin
mean,
our plan.
You could cut it. Like at the I guess as high up as you can go, so it's not long enough to get plugged in. Or if you could destroy like the opening or something, so it's not easily accessible to the top. I don't know. You have some options.
Throw it into the groundwater. It's not dangerous at all. Well, I think Emmy is basically like, I don't know where these tunnels go, but a service engineer could come back. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to try a new door, or do you want to go back the way we came?
Wait, your encyclopedia doesn't have a map of this place?
No, unfortunately, not this time. But I am adding all of my notes now. It's a constantly updated encyclopedia.
Just making a detailed map.
We should go back the way
Got the notebook version encyclopedia where it has like 100 pages in the back. Just for you.
Emmy like unbound it and
She
like
just
added
glued
pages.
a notebook to the back, actually. See, encyclopedia plus a reference notebook.
There's there's like highlights and see appendix, which are my notes. Yes, I think we should go back.
Okay.
We're
go
also
back.
broken.
You are, yeah. You go
Yeah.
back the way you came, and it takes about the same, like 15-20 minutes. But
spooky if it didn't.
Yeah, you pass by all of the things that you saw to begin with.
Time is relative. It was a quick 15
It's a
minutes.
quick 15 minutes. And you get to the ladder that you went down to get to here in the first place, and you can climb up out because the manhole cover's still thrown in the bushes.
Yes.
Who needs a manhole cover?
Are you headed back
I feel
to
bad
the
about throwing it.
cylinder?
I'll go put the manhole cover back
Okay,
on.
that's fine. You can do that.
Lay the turf gently, smooth out the grass a little bit so it doesn't look as disturbed.
Yeah. Throw some dead grass on it so it's a little more blending in.
Perfect.
You've actually
So
improved
thoughtful.
their operation.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
and then
so
you're headed...
we check on the adults.
You want to go to the cylinder?
We sneak to the cylinder.
Okay, go ahead and sneak if you want to sneak.
What do you think? Yeah?
Theo does it.
Sneak. Nope. I don't do it.
Nope, I don't do it.
Okay, well, at the very least, then Theo would send you guys to the tractor, and he would go look.
Okay, that's yeah. They're injured and scared and upset and.
I mean, I'm exhausted
Yeah,
and upset.
But so Theo goes to the cylinder, and you both head to the tractor, which you had parked in some random farmer's farm. And the tractor is still there, and everything's well and good. Theo, as you pass by where the cylinder is, you can still see the cylinder itself. But you don't like see that vibration happening anymore, and the entire clearing has been vacated. You can still see like blood and feces and some like shredded clothing and stuff like hanging out all around this clearing, but you don't see anybody around anymore.
Horrible. Okay, but still, I will
We like
leave.
this even less.
I feel like that was
Let's
the
go
good
plug it back
outcome,
in.
but it still feels bad.
I mean, they somehow were all able to drive their cars. so their
Yeah.
brains weren't too damaged.
Okay, so yeah, Theo will go back and report back and say, I mean, looks like it worked. No one was there. There's still a mess over there, but like none of the adults. So, mission accomplished.
Emmy's like, I don't feel good about any of this, and she just is like, bleh.
Puking over the side of the tractor. Dry heat. It's just Swedish fish.
Oh no.
Emmy bleeds and pukes red.
Oh man. Okay,
Red
yeah.
dye number whatever.
Yeah. Oh, gross.
It's time to get back home.
We're like, take us home, Bessie. I'm kidding.
Do we have to
Leave
move
this
to?
place.
No, you can get home.
Okay,
easy
good.
enough.
Because it would have been rough if I had to roll something.
No, you can get home. You can drop your friends off and then head back to your farm and get a good night's rest. Theo, when you get back home, your mom is making dinner. She
I
appears
think-
to be freshly showered.
Yeah, I see the car, and then I'm like cautiously, like quietly, kind of open the door, peek inside a little bit. I hear her making dinner, and I kind of walk slowly over, like cautious, and I'm kind of like, "Hey, mom, how are you feeling? It's a nice day.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time."
She turns around and she's like, "Oh, Theo, I'm making Swedish meatballs for dinner. Do you want some?"
No, I'm good. I'm not hungry. Actually, I love Swedish meatballs, so
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
I want them.
She puts some more in her little pan that she's cooking. I mean, I don't know how you cook meatballs.
Not in a pan. I don't believe. All right.
She's just reheating them. And she's like, "Oh, I just went on a little work trip, but I'm back now, so."
Oh, what? I mean, not that I care, but how was the work trip?
It was good.
What'd you
I
do?
mean, it wasn't really. We didn't really do that much work. We just hung out on the beach and chilled.
Okay, I'll be back for dinner. Bye. I think Theo runs up to his room, turns on the radio, and is like, "Breaker, it smokes or."
I'm Smokes.
Breaker here. It's Smokes and Janet, come in. That's what I meant to say.
This is Janet. Report. Breaker. What's
There
going
seems to be no memory of the incident. I don't know if this is a Goshawk situation or not. Love how confused Logan is. You don't remember the lingo?
on? Remember, you were attacked by goshawks.
No, there was one Goshawk that seemed to be the leader.
The leader goshawk I forgot about. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Amateurs.
Janet. Copy that, Breaker. Janet will research and report.
Are you sure she didn't remember, or was she just not going to tell her young son that she came to off of some drugs, naked in a forest covered in blood?
I mean, I think I could tell if she was a little shaken. I think my mom would not be cooking me Swedish meatballs.
Yeah.
And having an everyday conversation with me. I think I would be able to tell if something was off.
Yeah, I
Did you
agree.
empathize with her?
No, you're.
There's some distance.
I
between
don't
you and
even
your
know
mom.
if I can roll any dice if I tried to empathize right now.
The dice roll you. Janet's like, we'll reconvene tomorrow. Emergency meeting. And
All
I
right.
guess Borje is
Yeah.
just not on the wires.
What is Borge doing instead of being on the wires?
I think he forgot to charge his, so it's dead for the moment.
Emmy will find out about this, and there will be consequences.
Is Aunt Maggie doing anything that she's not supposed to be doing?
Always.
Yep. I'll take the empty beer bottle away from Olaf. That's my new
He's
routine.
just got like a half-broken bottle. He's waving
Just
around.
shards of. I'll take that. I think I'm just gonna have a nice, normal night.
Okay.
With cornbread and crime documentaries.
Nice. Your mom seems engaged in the crime documentaries, and you have deep conversations about these events. And you can use that to have an anchor discussion. So you
Yeah, I want to talk to her about Maggie, but I don't
Okay.
know what I want to say yet, so
Okay.
we'll come back to that.
Lordy, lordy, lordy. I feel like Emmy, now that she has heard from Theo that like his mom doesn't remember anything, she'll try and like she's not gonna fully research. She's just gonna like pull down some books and like bookmark places that
Mhm.
she knows when she feels better she'll be able to read on like brain stems and like like just like amnesia
Oh, yes.
and
Hippocampus. Yeah.
thank you, amygdala. I was like hippocampus, whatever, brainstem words. She's injured. She doesn't know. She needs to rest and have some Swedish fish. So I feel like she just like takes down her reference materials and like lines them up for like fresh tomorrow kind of a moment.
Nice.
I want to amend my previous statement.
Yep.
The ham radio's not dead. Aunt Maggie took the batteries out to put in the remote. So
Okay, I'm glad you came up with a good excuse.
It's always Aunt Maggie's fault now.
I know. Maybe you don't want to feed her to the sea monster.
Get rid of Aunt Maggie.
Theo, do you do anything else?
Got anything, or do you just have dinner and then go to bed?
I think I'd probably just have dinner and go to bed.
You're like, I
need to
like
hang
my
out with
Swedish
her,
meatballs naked. You know?
I'm like, Dad, did Mom tell you anything interesting about her trip? It sounded so fun. Why didn't she take us to the beach?
Yeah, he's like, oh, she just needed a girls' getaway with some of the other scientists, it sounded like. So I'm glad you had a good time, honey, but maybe tell me next time before you just leave. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm really sorry. I will do that.
What was written on the meatball cooker? Like Alan or something like that?
It was Aron, yeah.
Aaron? You'd be like, Mom, how was Aaron? I hear he's really nice. And then make your dad suspicious.
Did we know what Aaron meant?
No, you did
Nope.
never found out.
We never figured it out. That's a mystery for another day.
Just ask your mom about it.
Nope.
Theo's like, hard no.
I think your dad
Not this
brings
time.
up your great test score that you got while she was gone. He's like, wow, I'm really impressed with Theo. Like, he's really turned his scores around. And I think, Theo, if you keep this up, maybe you can. I think you can stay at the school that you're at. Seems
For
like you're really
real?
attached to your friends, and yeah, just keep it up.
You promise.
That Emmy's a good influence.
Yeah. The only reason we were sending you to the boarding school for boring people is because you didn't have good grades.
Okay, well,
But Theo,
I'll
Emmy's like,
see what I can do.
Emmy's psychically channeling to you right now. She's like, but Theo, remember your parents, one of them frequently suffers from amnesia. So you can trust nothing that they say.
Frequently, I don't know about that.
Acute. An acute case. Selective amnesia. Cool.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep.
We
Theo eats
arise.
his meatballs and goes to bed,
Nice.
feeling more Swedish than he ever has before.
His Swedish levels were replenished.
All right, and you all meet up for this emergency meeting in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless you want to do anchor things.
Not much of an emergency.
We might need to anchor first.
I guess you could have emergency meeting and then anchor.
Yeah.
True.
That's true.
True.
Borsch could lead you.
Oh, that's true. Borge could
That's
help
You could. You have to
true.
heal 2 things, and the potential is that you get them.
Well, my anchor's just inside.
Then he just goes talk to his mom.
I made my
Then
anchor
he can
readily
talk
accessible.
Then he can talk to her about Aunt Maggie.
It does not sound like a refreshing scene.
We just bitch about her, so it is really refreshing for the both of us.
Just cathartic. Emmy's poking around and she's like, why isn't your ham radio light on, Borge? I thought this was working the other day. And she's like pressing it. She's like, Borge, what's going, what? There are no batteries in this. Where are the batteries?
Oh, I meant to tell you, Maggie, the remote ran out of batteries, so she had to go take them out, and she just really need to watch her television program, and she said I didn't need this toy anymore for the moment, so she just yoinked them right out of that there remote or ham radio,
Aunt
and
Maggie
yeeted them into the remote.
Emmy's like, she like storms off with your ham radio in hand and like yanks, sees that Aunt Maggie is like asleep.
Passed out with like a
back
beer in her hand.
and a
then
beer
the
in her
remote
hand.
the
She
other hand.
takes a moment to draw a mustache on Aunt Maggie's face and hides the remote and takes the batteries back and fills yours back up.
The TV is in Borge's mom's room.
Yeah. I think
And
Aunt
she,
Maggie, I
like,
put like a
gives-
radio there or something, and she
Mhm.
was like, "Why isn't this working?" So she had to
Yeah.
change the batteries in the remote. She was really drunk at the time, so she didn't quite understand what was happening.
Classic
Got it.
Aunt Maggie.
Classic Aunt Maggie. Somehow she just passed out even before she used the remote.
She got upset because it wasn't working on the radio.
They were the
Oh,
wrong
man.
batteries all along. Okay, Emmy stomps back in with the batteries and she's like, Maggie is relative stupid. She's like, we're gonna have to hide this from your aunt while she's here.
Well, I don't know. I mean, she finds anything. She can sniff anything out if she just puts her mind to it. But
Well, she's
well,
never
we can
dealt
certainly
with
try.
me. She's like, don't worry, I'll fix this. No one messes with the super secret helper gang squad, whatever we are. So yeah. And then she sits down heavily because she's still injured and is like,
Oh,
I'm gonna
you're
have to-
injured?
I'm gonna
Are
have
you
to rest."
nauseous?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Borsch goes, I mean, I got just the thing for you. And he goes over to the freezer and pulls out some Pepto popsicles,
Oh.
popsicle bismos, and he just gives you one of those. It's like, this will help
You
with
sprinkle
that.
some red fish on some Swedish fish on top, so I'll eat it.
Yep. And then I'm gonna lead you into your wellness recovery.
Aww. I like that.
Good job.
turn. Aw, yay! I finished
Just barely.
my popsicle, Pepto popsicle,
Pepto pop.
which sounds terrifying.
That's making me nauseous.
I got more. Do you want one?
No. Oh man, it's horrible.
And he's like, that was pretty good. There was sugar in that. Yeah, okay, good. Feels so much better. Thanks, Borge.
Pull out. Yep, no problem.
Okay, this is a secret meeting, guys. Time to take off the kitty gloves. We got business to attend to. 1. My mom now has amnesia over this stupid ramekin full of meatballs. 2. Lena was involved, but didn't seem in control. Very suspicious. We still don't know what she's up to or where she is. 3.
Why do we hate this woman?
I imagine Theo's pacing back and forth while he's saying this.
Sure. 3. Isaac may still be out there, and we also have that weird sphere. And Isaac is just creepy. We need to keep an eye on him. 4. My electric spooker is broken! Borje, fix it.
Fix the electric spooker. Upgrade.
What was it? It was a car battery,
Yeah.
some cleaning gloves,
Yeah.
and 2 metal sticks. I don't know if we can do much better. Okay, I think that was at the top of our.
The only part that broke was the metal sticks and the wiring, I think. We still got the car battery.
We still got the car battery and the gloves.
And the gloves.
I still can't believe that you just haul a car battery around
It's in a backpack.
24/7.
Not 24/7. It's just when we're on a mission.
Yeah, okay.
And it's in a backpack. You know, they are
They're
already
still
so many books
really
you have to
heavy.
put in those things.
His parents just think he's
Same.
got a lot of study books in there. When
I've been
it's-
doing weight training. I'm a strong boy. I got a lot of force.
A strong, angry
Okay,
boy.
I'll brainstorm upgrading the electric spooker.
Most important, I think, is this Lena lady. We still don't know what happened. She was behind those
Okay.
birds. She was connected with this somehow, but must have lost control.
She was behind the bird?
Yeah. She got, what's his name, to do the birds in the first place, I think.
I thought he just did that because he was in love with her.
Yeah, because she asked him to do it, I think, to get back at the loop.
Let me
Maybe that's
see,
benign.
Let me see.
I'm like,
It was a long time
while you
ago.
guys do that. Emmy's just like sitting and reading all of her reference books that she's brought with her now that she feels better.
You're looking up memory?
I'm looking up memory. I'm looking up.
Okay, Borge's just like, you
Aaron.
don't want to be in the amygdala. Here, flip to the hippocampus. That's where you want to be.
I don't know. It doesn't. Never mind.
Okay, I don't think you guys know whether or not Lena was involved. You just know that Gunnar left the loop to work with her, and then he was working on the birds.
Yeah, it was just a pet project on the side.
Yeah, but
So
he's
you don't know either
obsessed
way.
with her.
Oh.
I don't know. I feel like we know there's a connection. Theo thinks there's a connection.
Theo's got his conspiracy hat on. He stole it from Emmy.
He stole it from Emmy.
Take
Uh,
it. Everyone gets a hat where Emmy's involved. You get a hat, and you
I
get a
still
hat.
think we need to find her and figure out what she's up to. Isaac was made by her and those other robots. Killer robots, I want to say. One had a drill hand. I mean, this is not small stuff.
Maybe he was a maintenance robot.
The other one had its own electric spooker.
Maybe.
That's copyrighted material. We have a
Trademark.
patent.
Well, not anymore.
Darn it.
We'll make another one.
Theo
knew her-
starts to cry over his
Sting-
electric speaker.
Yes. Tears well up in his eyes.
Crystal
Um,
tears. Okay. Can I find out? I just don't even know what I would find. Anything, I guess, about the name Aaron is probably our best lead.
Sure. Yeah, you can look into that. You want to go to the library?
Yes.
I called her out because she's making noises.
I was playing with chopsticks for everyone who may or may not be concerned. Yes, I would like to go to the library and research the Aaron
RN.
name.
Yep. Okay,
RN.
sure. Roll investigate.
Good thing she's good at that. It's what we make her do all the time. Oh, too bad.
Hashtag not today.
You want to reroll?
I don't have any more luck.
You could take a condition.
I could take another condition.
Just have Borje heal it again for you.
That's true. Or I just have to get, my coffee and Swedish latte fix.
Yep.
Okay.
Yet somehow the Pepto Pop is the gross thing.
Yes.
Yes. Unequivocally. She will.
Both are
she will
bring me
take
great displeasure, but
Stay up
And
late at the library looking into this.
try again.
Mhm.
Yes. I'm not gonna re-roll. I'm gonna repress investigate.
Nice. That's
Boom.
good.
Bada bing, bada boom.
All right, so Aron, you look into it as a name, and then you're like, no, that can't be right because it was capitalized weird, right? Because it was capital A, lowercase r, capital A, capital N. So then you look into like some loop projects, and you find some like old, published like scientific journals that Lena published on artificial attachment. And you hypothesize that Aron stood for artificial attachment node.
That somehow
Don't
doesn't make me
like-
feel any more comforted with that knowledge. Okay, artificial attachment node.
Yeah.
And can I tell if this was like human or like animal experiments? There's like, we're talking about human brains, animal brains.
Human brains. Based on what you saw. There weren't any
Okay.
creatures around that area.
So she's mind controlling people with these weird attachment nodes.
Well, she's not doing it very well.
I don't know. She was pretty successful until
It
we got
didn't work
involved.
on us. It didn't work on us. Okay.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, adults
so
are
Emmy
horrible and susceptible
lost.
to things.
Emmy is exhausted, but she schleps back to her home and radios over the ham radio and is just like, gives the update. And then is like, I'm gonna have to go to bed because I really like it by over and out. And she just like slumps over holding her ham radio with her encyclopedia as a pillow. And goes
Classic.
Goes to sleep.
Sarah, I have a question for you.
Oh God.
Nope, you're not allowed
Abby,
to.
that's never a good sign.
Does Janet
Yes.
have a sidekick in the comic book?
I feel like Janet doesn't have a sidekick.
Okay. Does she
But
have like
she-
a trusted advisor? Or like someone she talks to, or does she work alone?
I feel like she has like her boss, like the person who gives her missions
Okay.
is maybe kind of like,
Well, I know exactly who it is.
The Charlie
Yes.
to her Charlie's Angel.
yes.
What's this person's name?
Dr. Furter. Frankenfurter.
Oh, really?
Or Riffraff.
Oh, what?
Magenta, Columbia.
Why are we
any
going
of
here?
these.
All of those are very compelling names for Janet. Damn it, Janet.
There
What
we
are
go.
these names
That's why.
from?
Rocky
It's
Horror
the
Picture
Rocky
Show.
Horror.
Horrors.
Forgot
Janet!
Janet was the name of the lady.
That is not the case. This is Janet. I don't know. It's like Dr. Johannes or something
Okay,
like that.
okay, sure, I like that. Perfect, thank you.
Lame.
Dramatic. Dr.
I'm
Johannes.
sorry. I'm
Dr.
trying to keep
Johannes.
on the Swede theme.
No, I like it. Perfect. That's all. You sleep well.
Great. Still terrified.
Okay. Can I tinker?
Yeah.
This is for you, Sean, so I need you to lead my tinker.
I have not cured my conditions at all.
Well,
Y'all
don't
keep
do
doing
that.
stuff, and I have 2 conditions.
Go talk to your weird janitor friend. Come back and lead me so I can make you an electric spooker.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
I
you have a
leave
whole day
you
where I'm at the
to
library.
fuss with the spooker a little bit while I go to the I go with Emmy to the library.
Yeah.
And while she's at the library, I go instead and talk to Purr.
Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect. And how's Purr doing
He seems to be
after
doing
the
okay.
fallout of all this?
He's sad. He wears Mona's bracelet all the time. I think you gave that to him. And he seems to be doing okay now that school's back in session. He's angrier.
He's angrier. Okay, so me and him basically have a bitch fest about students and teachers.
Yeah.
So, Borje and his mom bitch about Aunt Maggie. Me and Purr bitch about everyone in the school except us.
Yep. Do you tell, does Purr know about the boring school for boring people and like what's on the line for you? Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I've told him. Since he is considered trusted with my opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I probably tell him like I lied about the test, but my parents are like saying if I do good enough, maybe I can actually stay here, but I don't know if I trust them, and I really don't want to study with Emmy because studying sucks.
You hear from the library a scream of indignation.
Purr's like, well, you
So
can
there's
find
a disturbance in the force.
You can find somebody else to study with that's not so overbearing.
Oh my god, Purr.
She's the smartest person in the class. And she's my friend. Except when she's trying to make me study. But I don't want to go to this dumb school either. It's the worst.
Sounds like a
figure
conundrum.
something out.
You could always run away like you were originally planning to. So
you're not wrong, Purr. This is why you and me think on the same wavelength. Cool. All right, I gotta get back, fix my my new favorite tool that recently got broken. Our recent adventures.
Oh no!
We're gonna fix it and make it better than ever.
Tool? Like as good as my wrench, and he holds up like a giant wrench.
Better.
Better
Don't
than
worry.
Oh
always.
My goodness.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, Purr.
Peace
Good
out.
talking to you.
Theo.
And Theo goes back to lead on this endeavor.
All right.
What are we thinking, Borje?
So Tinker has a bunch of like prerequisites, right? Like you need something for this, or what are they?
Well, I'm trying to build something, so the game master will tell me what it takes to build something. Some examples you need a certain item, I need to calculate, to comprehend, or to program, or I need a lot of time or some new tools.
Okay.
And what I want to make is I will sit Theo down and be like, Theo, I've been thinking about this electric spooker. I've identified its main weakness is that you had to be next to something. And I've been brainstorming how to make it ranged. But every time
electric gun.
I tried to shoot the little electrodes, but one of them would fall down. They wouldn't hit the same place. And then during this whole mystery, I dawned on it. I needed something to attach the two together so that they would go at the same time, but it also had to be conductive so that they could stick and then the electricity could go through them. And so a meatball. So it's just 2 little electrodes stuck onto a meatball,
An
wired up
incredibly
to a car
sticky
battery.
meatball.
And then it's like a little slingshot that he can boing, and then it shoots the meatball sticks and electrocutes
A
whatever.
meatball javelin.
I don't understand this at all, and I
It's a
hate it.
meatball sling.
You're literally shooting a meatball in a slingshot, but the meatball has 2 wires hooked up to it so that when it hits, they get electrocuted.
How long? So you're like Theo
But it has to
had
be
2
connected to
very long
wires.
sticks, but now it's just 2 little like prongs that are attached to 2 wires that are very long, and then
Yes.
okay.
Does he
Yep.
still need to wear gloves? I feel like the chances of electrocuting yourself accidentally are higher in this ranged meatball slingshot situation.
No, I've jerry-rigged it somehow where the
Delivery method, this meatball delivery method.
you pull it back and then it sits there, and then you hook the meatball, and then you can stick the wires in, and then you just release it, and it goes flying. It's very high tech. We live in a world with robots. Throwing a meatball is not too complicated.
Maybe we don't need to use a meatball then.
I'm sorry. Do you want to roll Tinker? If you want me to roll Tinker, it
The
incorporates
cool
a meatball.
factor is going down significantly, and Theo's all about
Theo
that
just
cool.
wants a blunt instrument. that
Why
he
are you
can
using a
whack.
meatball? Because you need it to not be conductive?
No, it needs to be conductive and sticky. I think.
Yeah.
And
Yep, yep.
slingable.
Why does it need to be
Gum.
conductive? Because the 2 things are attaching to the thing you want to conduct through, right? The meatball should be not conductive, so it just doesn't get like short circuited out.
A
You need
fair
like a
point.
rubber.
No,
meatball.
I've worked it out to where the conductivity of a human is slightly less or slightly more than a meatball. And so when the meatball hits, it travels through the meatball, through the person, back into the meatball, and then through the other electrode.
Yep.
Borge is taking college level.
Couldn't you just get me
Electrics.
longer spooker sticks?
No, they have a weakness in that they can be yanked out of your hands by an aggressive Roomba.
Okay, if you want to make this meatball slingshot, you're gonna need to roll calculate and then tinker. Because that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do you just want the normal electric spooker, Theo?
I want a high level spooker.
You
I
want
want
a
a
high
strong
level
spooker.
spooker?
I want a +5 electric spooker.
Okay, I'll just remake the spooker, and then if I get more than +1, then I can make it better, and then we can brainstorm what that means.
Okay,
Okay.
So do I just tinker, or do I still have to
you
calculate?
still have to calculate.
Lead on calculate or tinker?
I could probably calculate just fine by
Okay.
myself. But I will...
Probably?
Probably. But if you want to lead me on tinkering...
Okay, I can lead you on tinkering. You ain't got no
huh.
luck.
I'll reroll for a condition.
Injured. You keep electrocuting
I
yourself.
electrocute myself on the meatball before we discard that idea.
Yes.
The
All right.
Okay, good job.
meatball takes revenge.
0 successes. I'll check my luck for that. 2
Hey,
successes.
wow, that was
Perfect.
amazing. 4 extra dice.
Oh my god, this is about to be the best electric spooker in all of Sweden.
Okay, we had like 4 extra dice for the last one too, and it's still you barely got it. So
Yeah, but now I'm injured.
that increases your dice luck tenfold.
Okay.
I stay up all night working on this.
Yep. You're
I'm
exhausted.
gonna re-roll and exhaust.
Did it do it
Are you
right?
kidding me? Did it do it right?
No, you get one more.
No, it didn't. You get 2
Trusted
more.
it.
Oh,
What?
no, just 1 more. Sorry, you're
Yeah,
injured.
he's injured.
Why does it keep doing
I don't know.
it? I don't feel like it's done this before.
You're too good
Did
at
it-
things. It
did-
doesn't know how to handle it. Okay, 1
Dang it.
success, so you get a +1 electric spooker.
So the exact same.
all Borje does, he's like, okay, if you don't want my meatball spooker, then he just bends the other spooker six pack, and he's like, here you go, Theo.
Here you go. Knock yourself out if you don't. You are stifling
You're a
innovation.
genius.
And you get exhausted. You stay up so long just trying to work out how to get this meatball in here with Theo's requested design. And you just can't do it.
Oh man.
Hand
Theo
it back
is
to you,
just
and
like
there's just a
hugging
meatball
the
stuck on
spooker.
the end, and I'm like, here you go.
Just throws it off. Sticks it back on you. I feel complete again. All right. At least part of the world has been returned to normal.
Normal.
I'm flying
What is
high now. You
normal?
guys are the ones who are hurt.
We're both exhausted.
I'm also injured.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, well,
I feel like Emmy.
did y'all
sleeps
want to
in.
do scenes or?
Or we could
I
call
don't-
it early if you want to think about how to talk about Aunt Maggie to your mom. Okay, let's see. Sarah, did you have something?
Not really.
Do we have to do personal scenes anyways because we finished a mission?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the
but you're
street-
kind of doing them already with recrafting the electric spooker and hanging out at the library and stuff.
Okay.
so. Chatting
Alright,
with your
well, let's just-
parents.
It doesn't feel over though.
It doesn't.
And look at
It
that
feels
smile.
like it's just a bigger part of one bigger mystery.
That'll be good because it'll give me time if we do end up having a guest. We can start with a whole fresh thing.
True. True.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh
true.
yeah, tell us about that.
Might have a guest star.
Might have a guest star. It might be. I mean, we might switch around Tales from the Loop for next week, depending on availability. So the schedule might be a little bit wacky. But we'll be playing every Tuesday, so one game will be happening.
Something. Yeah.
We can do We've never done XP on stream, but we can do it today.
Oh my
we
goodness.
No, we haven't.
Did we participate?
Did you participate in the session? Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
did.
think so.
Yeah. Have you been in trouble because of your problem or your relationships?
No, and can I pick a new relationship because Mona's dead and no longer active?
Yes.
Okay. I'll
Go.
do that
I mean,
for
you can
next time.
pick. I mean, Mason might be a good one for you if
Hmm.
you want.
Does it have to be like one of the listed relationships, or do my parents count?
No, your Your parents are kind of part of the problem, but I don't think you've been in trouble because of your problem. No,
No, I don't.
I think when you lied
so.
about the test score, that counted.
But that was last
But
session.
that was
so
last
yeah.
session. Yeah.
Okay.
Emmy's problem didn't come up at all either. Okay. Did you use or struggle with your pride?
Boy, did I use it.
You did use it. Emmy did too. What's
So
Theo's
using
pride?
it more.
Secret helper?
Secretly help others.
Yeah, that's hard.
It's a little too specific. I might
You
need to
secretly
workshop
helped
You
your
that.
did
mom.
help you. Yeah, that's true. I will give you that because you did secretly help your mom.
True. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
I tried
Feel
to,
like
but it
we
didn't
all
actually
did.
work out.
Yeah, I think. I mean, like.
I got
Theo
injured.
snuck first.
Yeah,
in
Theo did
the
sneak first. Yeah.
in the tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
Borje and I attempted an adult disguise. and
Mason's
we-
technically one of the kids. She's right on the cusp.
She is right on the cusp.
We put
I don't know. She
ourselves
was
in
getting
danger,
attracted like an adult, so.
but she kept her clothes on because she wasn't 18, so she wasn't allowed to.
It's illegal.
It's illegal.
We just glossed over that because we didn't want to deal with it. But thanks for bringing it up, Logan.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. It depends on what you count as danger.
As Emmy got on the Roomba and got electric spooked by it, so that's
She
Did yeah.
that's good.
She did.
And then Borje recreated the electric spooker and got hurt too. So I think that's
That's right.
yeah.
I did that for you.
For you!
Thanks, you're my best friend. Besides the electric spooker.
Okay, and then number 5, have you learned something new? And what is it?
Yeah, always. Right? Didn't we learn something new?
Always.
What
Yeah,
did
we
you
learned
learn?
about Aaron.
Artificial
Yeah,
node.
you did.
Artificial
attachment.
attachment.
The artificial
node.
attachment nude.
I really liked that comment. So funny. I feel like you learned less this time than most times, so that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
true.
Learned about more
It's
questions than
because
need answers.
my investigations failed half the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That does make it hard. All right, that's all the XP. Does anybody get an advance?
I
Yeah.
do.
I do.
Nice. That's awesome.
I don't know what I'm gonna put it in, but
I might put it into Tinker.
I mean,
What,
it's,
is there a maximum for each little skill?
3? I'm not
there
sure.
is a maximum. I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head, but I'll
Okay.
look it up after we end this.
Okay, I'll just make note that I do
Okay,
have
cool.
one dispense.
I'm gonna improve my sneak.
Nice.
That does come up a
I
lot.
think it does come up a ton. All right, cool. Well, thank you everybody for joining us and sticking with us to the end, and we'll see you next time for some more exciting role-playing games. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.